Hello, sunshine. This is Joy from Michigan in the United States. It is a really cold day here in Michigan, especially for May 8th. We don't usually see weather like this late in the year, as we should be getting ready to go into summer here pretty soon. It should definitely be the middle of spring, and instead we have possibility of snow today, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, but we'll see. So today I'm going to do a Jelly Cube inspired diagonal swipe, and I'm going to do very similar colors to her Citrus and Berry Deliciousness video. So if you want to check that out with Jelly Cube, I love her. I love watching her. She's very encouraging and positive and very talented artist. So check her out if you want. I have my 12 by 12 canvas all prepped, and I tried to really get the edges stuck. I've had some where I take the tape up and the paint still managed to get underneath. So I took my palette knife and really pushed to try to get this tape to really stick. I probably need a different tape, but got my push pins in the corners, so I'm all set to go. I was hoping to do this painting yesterday, but I was in migraine recovery, so I did a really quick little video for you guys. So this is a pour for my sweet little puppy. Her name is Dreamer, and she turned 5 months old yesterday. So I have some very golden retriever colors because she's a golden retriever. She is just under 44 pounds last time we weighed her, which is hard to do because number one, she's big, and number two, we can't take her to the vet to get an official weigh-in, but just over, or just under rather, 44 pounds. She's probably over now, but all right. So I'm going to do the diagonal swipe. I'm going to lay down my colors and then swipe with this, I call it my black cherry. Jilly calls it Berry Delicious, but mine's a little different than hers anyway, so that's okay. So this is, I've got my little cheat sheet because guys, these are all custom colors. There's no way I would remember. And I wrote, I don't know, can you see? Yeah. See the little S, big S? That means this has silicone in it because I don't expect to use all the paint I mixed in one painting, and I want to remember which ones are which. So this is, dun, 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 I'm looking to see which one it is. This must be the cadmium yellow plus a little bit of gold and a little bit of white. So we're going to start with that very sunny and bright, like Jilly says, bright and uplifting. That's what we're going for. And golden retriever-ish for me because she's just the sweetest little thing. I say that. Yeah, it's just the phrase you use. It doesn't necessarily apply. All right, so this is cadmium orange hue plus the cadmium yellow medium hue. I'm gonna try to keep this paint on the canvas because I keep spilling it over on the edges. So this should end up being very bright, very positive feeling. All right, so this, out of all the colors I mixed, this is my second favorite. This is, I used up the last of my banana cream, which was from DecoArt, and then I added some of the cadmium yellow medium hue and a little bit of white, probably a lot of white, to get to this lovely, creamy, golden retriever-y color. So let's put some of this on here, banana cream. I love bananas. I feel like this end down here just got kind of ignored. I had some up there on that corner. And that one has the silicone in it as well. So all three colors that I just put in have the silicone. And now I have two more colors with no silicone. This is my favorite color that I mixed up for the golden retriever pour. It's this lovely creamy, it's like an English golden retriever color, their fur color. So this is the, I'm trying to find it on my list, the white with just a little drop of the cadmium yellow medium and then some gold. And guys, I just looked out my window and it's snowing. So give me just a second. I'm gonna turn my camera around and show you guys what I have going on. Oh my goodness, guys, there it is. I don't know if you can see that snow falling. The flakes suddenly got smaller as I turned my camera around, but we're getting snow. I don't want snow. It's too cold. Okay, back to painting. I'm tempted to, I'm not gonna tip. I'm not gonna tip. I'm gonna do this the right way. Okay, I'm gonna start right down the middle with this lovely golden retriever, pale yellow and gold. I love the gold mixed in, and I hope that really shines through in the end, because it's just, it adds such a lovely effect. No silicone in that one. And then I have a bit of turquoise blue. This color is so pretty. It's the Liquitex turquoise blue, but I added silver, the Liquitex silver. So it's just got a really sheeny, shiny turquoise blue, and turquoise is my favorite color. So we've got some colors on here for the dog and then some for me. So that makes me happy. I'm trying to go slow because I don't want the teal to take over. I just want a touch, just a touch. And I feel like I lost some of my orange. I don't know if I go back and add a little orange. No silicone in that one either. And it's sinking, so that tells me it's probably a little bit on the thin side. I feel like I need to add just a little bit of orange here, guys. Oh, you might be yelling at me. This might take over. Just a little there and a little there. Okay, we're gonna call that good. And now I'm gonna do my tilting. And I don't worry too much about, I don't worry too much about anything, honestly. I try to just be relaxed about it, enjoy it. Art is just as much about the process as it is about the end result. So I do feel like the middle of my canvas just doesn't have enough paint. That's odd. Usually I have more in the middle than anywhere else. So I'm not gonna worry about every little section, but this right here, this needs to spread. So maybe a little there. Okay. So now when I tip that, hopefully that paint, it's still not flowing over that. Well, we'll just give it a little time and a little patience. Just like I do with my puppers. Her name is Dreamer. My daughter got to name her because she is being trained to be a service dog for my daughter. She has a lot of different medical issues. And so we started training when she was in our home for 3 days. That was our first training session with her, and she's taken to the training really, really well. Very quick to learn, very eager to please. All right, I hope this turns out. Oh, you know what I don't have out here? I don't have paper towel. So I moved my cart. So I have a little cart with all my paints and supplies on it, and I moved it inside because it's just so cold out here. And it's gonna be, I don't know, under 30 tonight, I think. So this will dry inside rather than out here in the room with no heat. So this is my swipe color. I call this my black cherry. I mixed it with cadmium. Let me find it. Cadmium, red, medium hue, phthalocyanine blue, and then some silicone. Oh, and a blob of black. I didn't write that down, but I know I added black just to kind of deepen it up. So it looks really black on the video, I think, but it's more of a purple. It's a really pretty color, and it will completely change the look of the painting. So, and this does have silicone in it as well. So the only colors that don't are my golden retriever blonde, I guess, and my turquoise did not. The rest have 2 drops per cup. I didn't want the cells to be crazy. Oh heavens, that was a lot of berry there. That's okay. That's okay. We will work with it. All right, my swipe tool has seen better days. It needs to be washed. I will probably wash it after this swipe, but this is a laminating sheet that I just sealed on itself. You can also use plastic file dividers A lot of people like those. Jilly loves that. Okay, I'm not going to talk while I try to get this lined up and swiped. I feel like I lost my swipe color in the middle here, which is... And I did feel like when I mixed up my black cherry, and I tried to fix it this morning, that it was a bit on the blue side. And as I swipe with it, I would say, yes, that is accurate. It is a bit bluer than what I would really, really want. But I will add some more red to it. But it's on there now, so we're gonna call it good. I think this would look way prettier with a little more red in there, but you know, you do what you can. Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, it's so funny because I use the same colors and the same method as Jilly. Jilly's has a more practiced hand for sure, but our results are completely different. And that is the beauty of poured painting. You can do, you know, even as me, I could do this exact same pour all over again and come up with completely different results. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of my swipe color because I just feel like, except for right there where I have too much, I lost it. It just... All right. Okay, we'll try this. We'll try and see. I don't like that yellow there. Don't feel like I set that down right. Yep, see. All right. It's okay. Just roll with it. I am going to try to fix, oh goodness, this corner right here. With all that purple. All right. Move this back. Can you guys still see it okay? Yes. Okay. I have to say, I'm not happy with my swipe color here. I'm not. It's too blue. But, yeah, my laminate sheet is curved. So that's not good. I was probably holding it curved, honestly. And I'm probably going to have a very different reaction than what we would normally because my room is so cold. I think it's 40 some degrees out. So this room would be a little bit warmer than that. I should get a thermometer out here so I would know. All right, let's go ahead and torch it. Give this paint a little warm up. I've said before in previous videos, you don't want to get too close. I feel like I'm running out of, I might be running out of fuel. You don't want to get too close because you will burn the paint and it creates a really unattractive little cell. In my opinion, if you like that, then it's totally your thing. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to refill my little torch here and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, back with you. My torch is much better. So let's try this again. I'm almost thinking, oh, this is gonna shock no one who's watched my other channels. I'm almost thinking of redoing this one. I don't know, maybe I'll save it. It's not what I wanted for, it's not what I had in mind. I guess it's not that it's not what I wanted, it's just, you know, in this art form, you shouldn't, you should not get an idea in your head of what it's going to look like because 9 times out of 10, it will not look like that when you're done. And that is just the way poured paintings work. The issue that I have, and what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and I'm finger popping as Jilly would say. I'm using my finger to just pop some color into the spots where there is none and help the paint to flow over the edges. If this really concerns you, you could always do like a undercoat, but I feel like that wastes a lot of paint, so I personally don't like to go with that method. But you know, it's up to you. Your art room, your rules. My art room, my rules. I'm gonna turn this. Oh my goodness. My edges really, I didn't get much tipping on there, clearly. Let's add some yellow there. Oh goodness, guys. I really need an interactive page for this, because I guess I could do a Facebook Live and then people could comment if they happen to catch it live. Do I leave this? It's not at all what I wanted. It's almost like it's gone muddy. And I'm not seeing my golden retriever colors. I'm really heating this paint up. I normally don't torch this much, but I'm getting some really pretty cells popping up. And it's so cold in this room that I think it's gonna need a little extra help. Okay. I am going to take you guys down for a close-up, and this time I'm not going to drop my phone into the painting. That was a couple days ago I did that. So I'll take you down for a close-up while I try to decide, is this a keeper or not? There are certain sections that I really don't like. In fact, before I take you down for a close-up, see all this purple over here? It's like it took over. Let's just see if we can take some of that off and get to that color that I know is under there. I know there's color under there. All right, let's try to torch just that section. Get rid of all that solid dark, which I guess is okay. Just not my cup of tea for this. But look at all the lovely little cells popping up. Maybe I can salvage this one and maybe it will be just a colorful, happy citrus delight. Who knows? I do love that I've got that little bit of teal that peeks through here and there. I think this one would be ideal for balloon kisses. I have a little bit of concern over the temperature out here. Oh, I missed an entire section, guys. Let's see. I'm just looking for the right color to pop on here, because you don't, for me, again, your art room, your rules, I prefer that my edges look like the side flowed over, even if it didn't. You know, if I can go back in and pop that color back in and make it look like that's just the way it happened, like it flows with everything else, that makes me happy. Just checking the back section here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take you guys down for a close-up and then I will probably come back and do a little bit of balloon work. All right, here we are. Tip number, I don't know because I'm not keeping track for you guys, is sometimes it does help to look at your art through a screen. That sounds crazy, but sometimes when I take a photo and then look at it, I go, oh, maybe I do like that. So if you're not sure, maybe take a picture, wait 5 minutes, look at the picture, and then see what you think. But here we go. So we've got some really pretty cells and cells. I'm trying to decide what it is that I'm not happy with about this one. This section is really pretty when I have it just on the screen with just that. That's really nice. That blob right there, that white blob, I'll probably run a skewer through that or do a balloon kiss or something. Yep, I need to add some red to my swipe color. But look at these cells right here. And they've got like every color in them. I love that. So maybe this one is a keeper. Maybe over here it's just kind of bland. It's almost gray. So I'll do some balloon work over there and see if I can bring up some of these lovely colors. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this sit for at least 30 minutes, probably closer to an hour because it's pretty cold. And then I will hopefully be back to show you some balloon work. Thanks so much. All right, friends, back with you. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but it's been a bit. I did a couple of little balloon kisses here, and they have kind of fallen back in. So I waited another 20 minutes or so after that, and I will try again. I have just a little balloon with a little bit of water in it to give it a little bit of weight. And I'm just gonna try, especially in areas that I'm just not loving, to do some balloon kisses and see if it pulls up some lovely colors. I'm gonna start up here. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. This white blob here I haven't liked from minute one, so let's get rid of that. And I do try, I'm not always successful at it, but I try to lift the balloon kind of straight up and let it drip for a second. Yep, that's a little too dry and not enough paint there, so I will not touch that again. I've done that before. If you keep trying, you'll mess it up. So I'm okay with that. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. If I keep messing with it, I'll hate it. So, and I'm putting a little too much pressure. I'm getting all the way down to the canvas there. So let me try. There we go, a nice little roll. All right. Too much paint off. I don't know if that will fall back in where it should or not. This is still a technique that I'm mastering. It's extremely challenging for me. It requires a very light touch, which I used to think that I had a fairly light touch, but this requires something even lighter than what I'm used to. So I'm not loving that. Let's go back and there we go. I had a little, so the kisses, I feel like I'm starting to get there with them, but the rolls are still very difficult because I end up dragging the paint right off. Let's try that one again. Still a lot of paint there and it's very wet, so I probably should wait on those sections a little bit longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and try. I found I have a tendency to pull the balloon off to one side or the other. And when you do that, you end up with kind of a funny looking center. It leaves a trail in the middle of your little balloon kiss that I don't love. So and I'm just kind of doing this by whatever makes me happy, which is sort of my whole theory with painting anyways, so it works out kind of well for me. Just trying to add a little bit more visual interest. I did decide as this was drying that I do like this one. It's not what I was hoping for, but it's very tropical feeling, and so I really kind of like that about it. So I'm very focused when I pick the balloon up. Like I said, I try to keep my, wait till it's not dripping anymore and then wipe it off, and wipe it off between every balloon kiss or you end up with mud. Let's try right here. And again, I'm watching for that balloon, or for the paint to drip off the balloon so I know when I can lift it. I really love these cells here. I'm tempted to do a balloon kiss there, but I think I'll leave it. What do you guys think? Do you see some areas where you're thinking, oh, Joy, do a balloon kiss there? Wish you could tell me. All right, I'm gonna try to fix this area. And there I didn't lift the, or I didn't wipe the balloon off on purpose because I was trying to transfer the paint. I actually kind of like that. So I'm happy I did that. I'm gonna do right here. So I'm gonna have a cluster of flowers there in the middle, or fairies, or lightning bugs, whatever you want to call them. And it really just kind of helps bring up some of the colors from underneath. When you tilt your painting, you're going to end up with color on top of color, which is what you want. Well, that's a good thing. I don't love this orange blob. There, that's better. A little more blended. So when you do a balloon kiss, essentially what you're doing is pulling up the color that's underneath. So it just can really, really make your painting shine. Really changes the look of it. And I think that I'm just about done with the balloon. So, except for maybe right here. See where I tried to do that roll? I'm just not loving it. There we go. I think I like that better, and that kind of evened the paint out a little bit. You can always go in with a skewer too, to kind of add some little effects. So I'm gonna do what I tell everybody, or what I told you, I shouldn't say I tell everybody to do this, but I have mentioned you should step back and take a look, or look through a screen. I don't like, there's this like caterpillar thing here, so see if we can get rid of that. All right, I think I need to be done, because I could fiddle with this all day and then scrape it and redo it, and I don't want to scrape this. I think it turned out fairly lovely. A little tropical paradise. It does not remind me of my dog at all, but it is like a tropical paradise. So I think I'm gonna keep this one, guys. Oh, I see one more area that needs a little fairy. See, I have to stop looking. Right there. And that's it. How many times, one of these times I'll have to go back and watch my video and see how many times I say, okay, I'm done, and then go back and touch it. All right, guys, that is it for today. This is my, I guess I'm gonna call this my Tropical Paradise. I don't know, maybe just Tropical Paradise. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I would love it if you'd take a minute, give me a thumbs up or a comment. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love it if you would do that as well. It costs you nothing, and it gives you an opportunity to see every video I create and keep up to date with all of my successes as well as my failures. If you've watched very many of my videos, you know I'm not shy about sharing my masterpieces as well as my flubs. So let me know what you think. Hit the notification button as well as the subscribe button. Those of you that have already subscribed, thank you so much. It means the world to me that you value my input and that you're watching my videos as I go along this art journey. This was all started because I needed purpose in the midst of quarantine and pandemic and all of the emotions that come with that. So thank you for joining me on my art journey, and I will see you guys on the next one.